So this is an update on my '79 Ford F-150. I know I haven't had a video up in a while, but I'm finally back now. And so I've done a little work to the truck and done some, I guess, not really modifications, but improvements, I guess you can say. I got me a new frame hitch for the back of it, you know, that you mount on the frame, so I'm not pulling off the bumper when I'm trying to tow a trailer back there. And so I just went to town yesterday and got the lights for it all hooked up, and also I got the 6 round plug I got in the bed for a gooseneck. I got it also rewired and a new plug put in there. So I'm going to show you my setup of what I got here. Right now I've got the I think it's a 16-foot trailer behind it that I was testing my 7-blade lights with. So here's my setup. I don't know how well you can see it or not, but so you see there's my let's see, well, I can't see on the camera. Yeah, there's the 7's right there in front of you. And so yeah, sorry if I'm having trouble seeing everything, but the sun's kind of down the screen of the iPad right here and I can't really see very well. But that's my 7 I've got right there that they wired up for me, and you can see that's my hitch right there. I bought the hitch at Advance for $200. They had a sale running on it, so it was marked down $200 instead of, like, I think it was like $210 or something like that. It wasn't a big markdown, but I took it because it was cheaper in Tractor Supply and everything. So I went to one of our local truck accessory store yesterday, and they wired in my 7-blade lights for it right there. And then also we yeah, that's the angle iron I also had to go pick up yesterday evening that I've got for a welding project I've got going on right now. And so we moved my my gooseneck plug from right there where it was mounted to down there. And so I said I like the way it looks down there better than I did up there, just because of, number one, you didn't see all the wires like hanging down across the bottom of the bed down there, you know, and then you didn't have that little metal plate, you know, bolted into the side of the bed right there, and just kind of gives it a cleaner look and everything. And so they moved the 6 round, that's what that is, down to right there. And so I went over to my grandparents' farm last night. That's also where I'd pick up the angle iron from. I went over there last night and I tested my 6 right there on the 32-foot flatbed gooseneck trailer. All the lights for it worked, and so I was just out here today testing my 7-blade lights. And so that's a 2-inch drop right there I've got in the truck now. And with that 2-inch drop, the trailer actually sits level with the truck. And so I think I'm going to go buy me my own 2-inch drop and everything, so I can have one keep behind the seat of my truck and everything, so I'm not having to borrow Dad's all the time. And so yeah, that's pretty much the modifications I've done. I mean, it's not anything against pulling off the bumper of the truck. I mean, it's just that I didn't really want to have to risk towing something, you know, heavy, I guess, or like a heavy load on the bumper, and next thing you know, you end up warping the bumper and bending it or something like that. And I mean, I doubt I'll ever be pulling anything that heavy with the truck and everything, but just to be safe, I wanted to get a frame hitch for it, and just so I could be pulling off the frame of the truck instead of the bumper, just because I feel safer pulling it that way. And so but yeah, that's pretty much it. I just decided I'd test it with this trailer since that trailer has the 7-blade lights for it. And they only did put in the 7-blade lights, but that's because I asked them to put that light connector in there. And so for the trailers I will be pulling that will have the 4-way lights, I'm gonna go buy an adapter, the 7 to 4 adapter, and so I'll use it anytime I need to pull trailer that has four-way lights. And so I do plan on pulling a gooseneck eventually. Just whenever I have access to one or need one, or whenever we get one, we're probably going to end up buying, and just whenever all that happens. And so, you know, I just wanted to get it just to be prepared, and just so I can be pulling off of, you know, the frame. I'm pulling a bumper trailer and everything, go ahead and have lights for that. And then plus, I wanted to get my bed and my gooseneck lights fixed and everything in the bed. Because, see, back in August, yeah, I believe it was August, might have been end of July of last year, 2015, I had a problem where one night I was driving home, and I noticed that I had no turn signals, and you know, I could tell like on the dash they weren't burning, and then I could see like outside the truck they weren't burning either, weren't flashing, and so I knew something was wrong. And so and turns out my mom was behind me for a little ways, and she said I had no brake lights either, and so I got to wondering what was going on. So the man I work with on his farm on Saturdays mostly, I asked him about it the next day, and so we got to looking at it, and we figured it was that splicer, or yeah, the splicer that's behind the bumper right there. We figured that it was gone bad, but after we kept thinking about it and stuff like that, we think what happened was either the old 6-round I had in the bed shorted out, or the wires for it, you know, like shorted out. Because I know there was a spot on the wires running to it up there where it looked like the, you know, that rubber coating around them had, you know, melted off and stuff like that, and there's basically just a burn spot, like a burnt spot looking on there pretty much. And so basically I got looking around, and I couldn't really find another splicer for the truck. I mean, I could out of the LMC catalog I have, but it came with a 4-way, you know, the 4-way lights for the trailer and everything. And so I said, well, you know, I really don't want the 4-way. I really want just the splicer and everything. And so I went to one of our local truck accessory store here in town, and talked to them just Friday a little over a week ago, and they hooked me up with this. They said it's a factory setup for this year model. So I don't know how you can see it or not down there, but I don't know how well you can see it. But it's basically the splicer plugs into this the splicer for the trailer lights pretty much. I'm not really sure how you exactly say this. See if I can get a better view of it. Yeah, you can probably see up inside there. Well, there's that's all lights you're seeing. Yeah, I can't really show you very well, but pretty much what it is, it's a factory setup for this era of trucks and everything, the guy said. And so, and yeah, you can't see it. And yeah, again, sorry for the camera angle, but the sun's kind of on the screen right here, and so I can't really see everything very well. But they said it was actually a factory setup for this era of trucks and everything. And so basically what it is, he's just got the old splicer behind the bumper has been unplugged, and then he took the new splicer that came in and he plugged the new into the old. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's the best way I can describe it pretty much. And so he also told me that if I ever did want to like disconnect my trailer lights and all that stuff, all I gotta do is just unplug the new splicer from the old one and just plug the old one back together, and then of course there goes my trailer lights. They're all dead. But I don't really plan on doing that though. But that's pretty much just a quick update on what I've done to the truck. I think a few of you commented in one of my other videos asking how I'd done anything to my truck yet, and I said, yeah, I've got the frame hitch for the truck, I just hadn't got it wired up yet. But there you go, now I've got it all wired up, and so I've just been out testing the trailers now, or just testing lights, I mean. And so I actually just got done testing this trailer, and so all my turn signals and brake lights and flashers work, and I didn't blow fuses like everything did when it shorted out. So that means everything is fixed and ready to go. And so yeah, hopefully I can get me some video of when I pull a gooseneck one day with this truck, and I'll try to upload it, and so maybe y'all can see how well that 400 big block under the hood right there. See how well it tows. And so another thing I like about this truck for towing is the fact that the truck is a 4-speed. Because if you ask me, towing with a manual is a lot better than towing with an automatic, just because you can control, you know, what gear you want the truck to run in, and then plus, like if you gotta slow down or something like that, you can downshift it a lot, and that helps you slow down. And then too, you can also just let off the gas and engine brake it, you know, just let the motor hold itself back. But yeah, that's my little update, I guess you can say. And yeah, also just speaking of all the angle iron I've got back here that I'm probably gonna be welding here pretty soon, making some stuff out of. I'm just gonna say that I will actually have some welding videos coming up using my Lincoln Electric little handy MIG. That's what it is. It's a great little welder. I love it. Because actually that's what I started welding Sunday, having to make some shelves, and actually me and my dad started it. It's something my dad wanted to make, and so we started on them. I've got 3 of them welded up for him, and so yeah. So that's my update though. Got all my trailer lights wired up and ready to go, and so hopefully now I can get out and start towing some stuff and not don't have to borrow Dad's truck all the time. And so yeah, that's my update though. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and you can comment, rate, and subscribe.